So the police are hunting blacks myth? Coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense Logic Reason. As always, I'm going to say thank y'all for joining me today. So many black people in America, I have to say there's a lot of black people, a significant percentage of the black people believe that cops are hunting and killing blacks in this country. Now, unfortunately for them, there's absolutely no evidence to support that, dude. As a matter of fact, the evidence says otherwise. Now, I always give the basically the stat of, there's 44 million black people in America, and honestly, if it wasn't for us, it would be way more than that. Probably it would be approaching 100 million if it wasn't for what we were doing to ourselves, right? And there's about less than about a million cops in America, between 900,000 and a million cops, but yet every year about 250 blacks are killed. Does that sound like they're hunting black people? If they really truly wanted to hunt black people, with all of the cops that are around black people who are out here committing mass crime, if they really truly want to commit mass crime and also mass violent crime and mass murder, they can really go after blacks and hunt blacks if they really truly wanted to. But definitely is not hunting. That's for the genocide of black man. I always say that there's about 500,000 black children born every year, statistically speaking. So if 500,000 black children are born every year and the police are killing 250 a year, most of those are completely justifiable. The overwhelming majority are justifiable. Well, if they're trying to genocide the black man, that's a losing battle. Okay, now why do so many black people believe this? Well, they've been brainwashed. If you're constantly told this, you're going to believe it. It goes back to the big lie narrative. If you tell the lie big enough, long enough, and loud enough, eventually people are going to believe it. And if you're a black person in America, since the time you're born, the time that you're able to understand English, you're being told this lie big enough, long enough, and loud enough, till by the time you become an adult, you believe the foolishness. Also, it's very much media driven. The media, the leftist media, right? They love to hype up the certain high profile cases. We often hear about Travon Martin or Tamir Rice, Alton Sterling. We hear about that case as well. Philando, Castile, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd. We hear about these cases all the time, especially Trayvon Martin and George Floyd. But see, here's the thing about these cases, that each one of these 6 cases happened in the span of 8 years. So in 8 years, you found 6 high-profile cases that you repeatedly talked about, and there's more of them. But these are the ones that you hear more often all the time. And then to make matters even worse, 2 of these cases didn't even involve cops. Okay, Trayvon Martin and the Ahmaud Arbery case, cops weren't even involved, but blacks are still crying about injustice and how they need justice and police brutality and all this nonsense. But I guarantee you, what you will not hear from them, you won't hear Tyshawn Lee. They avoid that like the plague. Anyway, like I say, there is absolutely no evidence that black people are being hunted by police officers. Not remotely close to any evidence. Okay? The greatest danger that any black person will face is against other black people, specifically N-word. And I always say, look, if I had to choose between going to the police convention and the nigger convention, I'll be at the police convention, feeling quite safe. Absolutely quite safe. And I always say, if there is such thing as a N-word convention, a nigger convention, they should hold it in the same venue as the police convention. So when stuff goes left at the nigger convention, well, the cops are already there. Cops will be at the policeman's ball at the police convention with their guns. Anyway, like I said, this is foolishness. There is absolutely no evidence to show that cops are out here hunting blacks, and the evidence says otherwise, but fools still would choose to believe that nonsense. Anyway, y'all, that's my 2 cents on this. As a black man in America, I don't have anything to fear from cops, because I'm not out here living that life and doing the thing that's going to put me in position to have cops' guns aimed at me. And if all other blacks did the same, they would have the same result too. And as always, y'all, until next time.